La Lechuza is a shape-shifting witch who takes the form of an owl. According to legend, these witches can transform into large, ominous birds to spy on their enemies and seek revenge. It is said that hearing the eerie call of La Lechuza at night is an omen of death or misfortune. Some believe that these witches can be warded off with salt or by tying 7 knots in a piece of string. This legend combines indigenous beliefs with colonial influences, emphasizing the fear of malevolent supernatural beings. One of the most infamous supernatural entities in Edinburgh is the Mackenzie poltergeist. This spirit is said to haunt the Covenanters' prison within Greyfriars Kirkyard. The poltergeist is believed to be the restless spirit of Sir George Mackenzie, also known as Bluidy Mackenzie, a 17th century lawyer notorious for his persecution of the Covenanters, a group of Presbyterian rebels. Legend has it that those who dare to enter his tomb, known as the Black Mausoleum, are often scratched, bruised, or even knocked unconscious by an unseen force. The cemetery itself has a foreboding atmosphere, and countless reports of strange occurrences have made it a focal point for ghost hunters and thrill seekers. Beneath the bustling streets of Edinburgh lies Mary King's Close, a warren of underground streets and dwellings that were once part of the city's vibrant medieval community. In the 17th century, the close was sealed off during an outbreak of the plague, and it is said that the souls of those who perished there continue to haunt the dark passageways. Visitors to Mary King's Close report hearing disembodied voices, footsteps, and the cries of children. One of the most famous ghosts is that of a young girl named Annie, who is said to have lost her life to the plague. Tour guides often recount stories of visitors feeling an inexplicable sense of sorrow in her presence, and many leave toys and gifts in her memory. The Edinburgh Vaults, also known as the South Bridge Vaults, are a series of chambers built within the arches of the South Bridge. These vaults, constructed in the late 18th century, were initially used for storage and workshops but eventually became home to some of the city's poorest inhabitants. The vaults developed a sinister reputation as a hub for criminal activities, including body snatching, illicit trade, and even murder. Today, the vaults are known for their paranormal activity. Visitors report hearing ghostly whispers, feeling sudden drops in temperature, and seeing shadowy figures. The spirit of a young boy named Jack is often seen, along with a malevolent presence known as Mr. Boots, who is said to harass visitors. Edinburgh Castle, perched high on Castle Rock, is one of the city's most iconic landmarks and one of its most haunted. Among its many ghosts is the Headless Drummer Boy, first sighted in 1650. The ghostly figure is often seen or heard playing his drum. According to legend, the appearance of the headless drummer is a harbinger of danger or disaster for the castle. Some believe he is the spirit of a young boy who was beheaded during a siege, while others think he was an innocent victim executed for a crime he didn't commit. The eerie beat of his drum is said to echo through the castle's stone walls, sending shivers down the spines of those who hear it. Greyfriars Kirkyard is not only home to the Mackenzie poltergeist but also to one of Edinburgh's most beloved legends, Greyfriars Bobby. Bobby was a Skye Terrier who, after his owner John Grey's death in 1858, reportedly spent 14 years guarding his master's grave. Bobby's loyalty touched the hearts of many, and a statue was erected in his honor. However, some believe that Bobby's spirit never left. Visitors to Greyfriars Kirkyard have reported seeing a small dog wandering the grounds, often described as looking exactly like Bobby. The ghost dog is said to still watch over John Grey's grave, embodying a tale of unwavering loyalty that transcends death. The Royal Mile, the historic street that runs through the heart of Edinburgh's Old Town, is rich with legends, none more haunting than that of the Phantom Piper. According to the story, a piper was once sent into the tunnels beneath the Royal Mile to explore their extent. He played his bagpipes as he walked, allowing those above ground to track his progress. Halfway through, the music abruptly stopped, and the piper was never seen again. Some say he was taken by spirits or lost in a hidden chamber. Today, the ghostly sound of bagpipes is occasionally heard emanating from beneath the Royal Mile, believed to be the spirit of the lost piper continuing his eternal journey. The West Bow is an old, narrow street that curves down from the Royal Mile. It is here that the legend of the Banshee of the West Bow originates. The Banshee, a harbinger of death in Scottish and Irish folklore, is said to appear before a death in the family of those who hear her wail. In the 18th century, a wealthy merchant living on the West Bow reportedly encountered the Banshee, who predicted the death of his son. True to the warning, the son died shortly after. Since then, numerous reports of the Banshee's mournful cry have been documented in the area, causing fear and dread among those who hear it. The tale of Burke and Hare is one of Edinburgh's darkest and most gruesome legends. William Burke and William Hare were notorious body snatchers in the early 19th century. Instead of merely exhuming bodies, they turned to murder to supply fresh corpses to drive Robert Knox for dissection at his anatomy lectures. Over the course of 10 months, they killed 16 people. The duo was eventually caught, with Burke being executed and Hare granted immunity for confessing. The ghostly presence of their victims is said to linger in the streets and buildings where they met their untimely deaths. Visitors and residents have reported seeing spectral figures and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread in places associated with Burke and Hare's crimes. During the 16th and 17th centuries, Edinburgh was a hotbed for witch trials and executions. Hundreds of women and some men, accused of witchcraft, were tortured and executed, often in public spectacles. One of the most infamous sites was the Castle Esplanade, where many were burned at the stake. The spirits of these accused witches are said to haunt the city, particularly around the areas where they were tried and executed. People have reported seeing apparitions, hearing anguished cries, and experiencing sudden chills in places like the Castle Esplanade and the Grassmarket, where the gallows once stood. Edinburgh, the capital city of Scotland, is a place where history, mystery, and the supernatural converge. Known for its medieval old town, Gothic architecture, and atmospheric streets, Edinburgh is also famous for its spine-chilling myths and legends. From haunted castles to ghostly apparitions, the city is steeped in stories that have terrified locals and visitors alike for centuries. This article delves into the top 10 most terrifying myths and legends of Edinburgh, exploring the eerie tales that contribute to the city's reputation as one of the world's most haunted destinations. In conclusion, Edinburgh's rich history and Gothic charm make it a natural breeding ground for myths and legends. From haunted vaults and underground streets to spectral pipers and loyal ghost dogs, the city is alive with stories that capture the imagination and send shivers down the spine. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, these tales are an integral part of Edinburgh's cultural heritage, adding an eerie allure to its historic streets. So, the next time you find yourself wandering the cobblestones of Edinburgh, remember that you might not be alone. The spirits of the past could be walking right beside you. This extensive exploration of Edinburgh's most terrifying myths and legends highlights the city's unique blend of history and the supernatural, ensuring that the stories will continue to fascinate and terrify future generations.